Tune in, it's time for Comedy G. Bringing stars and stories, it's where you wanna be. From celebs to entrepreneurs, she's got the scoop. Community and entertainment, she's in the loop. Every smile a burst of velvet light. Through the screen she shines so bright. With the laughs and tales that weave tonight.
Welcome to SKST Radio, and you're tuned into the Grayson Show. And today I have a very special friend I just met today. Okay, tell people who you are and what you do.
Yes, my name is Ra-Jon James. Of course, I'm from Virginia Beach, and of course, I'll be going back to work in February. Which I'm very excited.
Yay! Okay, so Ra-Jon has a very special story to share with us today. And so, oh my gosh. When I first read his story and when he reached out to us, it was just amazing to see the things that he went through. And so, but I'm not going to share it. I'm going to let him share it because it's his story. But God, I'm just going to say this and then I'll turn it over to you. But you people need to be grateful. You need to be grateful for life. You need to be grateful for the things that you've been blessed with. Be grateful for being able to wake up another day. Because sometimes, tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah.
They used to say that all the time, right? Now, you kind of got an idea of what they mean, right? So, Ra-Jon, tell people everything that you've endured.
Yeah. So here's what happened. So starting July 28th, of course, I was hanging out with my partner and my friends, and they noticed the first one when they started noticing was my eyes were red, and I was like, what do you mean my eyes are red? I probably was just like asleep. I just wanted to go to sleep, and of course we'd be tired from work sometimes, and they said, no, like, you've been sleeping most of the time. Every time you get off from work, this is not you. Because I'm used to working like 2 jobs or whatever, and I just go about my day and just watch some TV and stuff like that. But yeah, when they said something about that, I was like, no, it's nothing.
Were they like bloodshot red or just?
It's like when you rub your eyes.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of looks like.
Okay.
It's like your eyes were starting to turn red, and I remember since they left, my legs started to feel weak.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I was like, yeah, something's not right. I need to take myself to the urgent care. I went to patient first, and then I was in the waiting room, and I was like, I'm feeling so weak. It's like my body just started telling me something is not right. And then while I was in the room with the doctor was like, well, here's what we're going to do. When I told him the story, what happened, he was like, what we're going to do is let's go let you try and walk in a straight line. When I was trying to walk in a straight line, I failed.
Oh,
I
wow.
failed the test.
Yeah.
I went through left and went through right. And after they did that, they tested out everything. If I had like diabetes, if I had like a high blood pressure, if something's wrong with my heart or whatever, like everything came back negative. Like they did everything. And then once I left the patient first, of course I drove home just to get, to relax. I remember the doctor told me that it's just a virus. And I was like, are you sure it's just a virus? Because something doesn't seem right.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, it's just a virus. We don't have any treatments for them to take care of it. And I remember when I made it back to my apartment, it was like a couple of days later, July 30th. This is when all this stuff happened out of nowhere. My body just started shutting down. So I collapsed on the floor.
Oh, wow.
And funny thing is that my parents were in South Carolina. This is where they were from. They were at my cousin's wedding. and that's when they were on the way back home, which was from here, from South Carolina. I told my parents like what was going on and things like that, and they said, "No, we're going to your apartment to see what's going on." But um, they thought it was just like a COVID, so they had their mask on. So they were giving me some food, gave me a drink. They just left that at the door. I was like, "No, you guys need to come inside because I can't move. I collapsed on the floor." And when they opened the door, they, I don't know, it's like I remember when they were on their way back here from South Carolina, like I said, collapsed on the floor. I wanted to call my parents, but unfortunately, the phone was on the couch. I couldn't reach it. And then I didn't even know, because I have an iPhone. I didn't even know Siri can do this. I told Siri, "Hey, call my parents and put them on speaker," and she actually did put them on speaker.
Wow,
which is very strange. I was like, I didn't even think of that. I was really depressed that I needed someone to help me. And when July 30th was coming, like I said, when I collapsed on the floor, they immediately took me to the emergency room. I remember my dad had to put me on this desk chair in order to get to the destination, which is the truck. And my father was like, "You need to get up." And I was like, "Dad, I cannot get up. I can't move. I feel like I'm a worm. I couldn't even move nothing. The only thing I could move was my head."
Paralyzed, pretty much.
Paralyzed, yeah, pretty much. And then I remember my mother was on the phone with the patient first because they were trying to figure out what was going on. And I remember the front desk lady said to my mother, she was like, "The fact that your son can't even move is very concerning. You need to take him to the emergency room." So I remember when I went to the emergency room, they put me in the hospital bed.
Oh, wow.
And this was when I was like downstairs at the Sentara General Hospital. And then I remember the doctor was like, "What happened?" I was like, "Well, like I said, I collapsed on the floor in my apartment, and then it's just all my body just started shutting down." And I remember why I couldn't really breathe.
Were you in pain when your body started shutting down?
The weird thing is that I wasn't really in pain. I just really felt like I was a worm. I couldn't even move nothing.
Wow.
I remember when I was still downstairs in the Sentara General Hospital, it was this respiratory therapist, not respiratory therapist, but just respiratory. She had to put something down in my throat to see what was going on because I couldn't really breathe. Actually, that was that moment where I actually almost passed away. The respiratory lady had to call 15 or 20 different people.
Wow.
This was really crazy. I remember a doctor.
Look at that. Wow.
Just, yeah, it's really crazy. I remember they found out that I had an pneumonia in my body. They did like an X-ray for me, and that was that time when they had to put me in the ICU unit, which is intensive care unit.
Oh, wow.
That one right there. And yeah,
TikTok people. See that? That was when he was in the hospital.
Yeah. I had about 3 tubes in my throat. I had to do like a lot of treatments from the respiratory to make sure how keep on breathing properly, but it still wasn't working. I was really close to death in that ICU unit. When I mean the nurses and the doctors took great care of me, they really took great care of me. I had to take about like 13 or 14 different pills, like drugs.
Wow.
And
yeah.
But scary part was that I was like, of course, hallucinated. I was just like seeing different things, like it's like I was seeing real people in my mindset mentally, but they weren't there. When I told my friends about it, they were like, "Well, you were not just seeing people; you were seeing spirits."
Right.
So, oh Lord, but yeah, it was very scary. And of course, it's normal that when you have like a stomach ache or you have like a sore throat, you go to urgent care. But when I was at the urgent care, I just knew in my heart and something wasn't
Something
right.
Yeah, exactly. And they couldn't find anything because they're not equipped like the actual hospitals, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I just remember while I was on my way to the hospital, I just like heard a voice. I feel like it was God telling me that I was going to be okay. But of course, I
Look at
sure
that.
know as a human
Let me show
being.
him this picture.
Yeah.
Look at that, guys. Is that hard to look at?
It, it was kind of hard.
Yeah.
It just didn't really feel real at all. Um, yep, that was in the ICU unit. I forgot her name, but I know she was a therapist. She does occupational therapy. She was a really nice girl. She really was. Now that one right there, that picture, that's when I was at outpatient therapy. That actually happened in November when I was trying to stand up. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of December, I started walking.
Nice.
And I was walking with a walker, and I was walking with a cane. Now, with the cane part, I was just walking with just in that that rehab, not rehab. I'm sorry, the outpatient therapy. I didn't even have to use that at home. I remember my father was like, "Don't be trying to walk on your own. We're not there." Unfortunately, I did walk on my own while they're not there, and all of a sudden I started walking. And just God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
He really has.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we have a video I want to show you, a part of his recovery, and so we'll be back after these messages. All right, that was a quick commercial break. Okay, so we're back here with Ra-Jon, and he was telling us and sharing with us his experience, of the illness. What is the illness called?
Yes, it's actually called Guillain Barré Syndrome, but for a short abbreviation, it's GBS.
GBS. Okay, and so he actually went through some months of fighting for his life, and then being rehabilitated to even just walk again, even just to walk again. So when you were going through that, did you go to that part where, you started feeling sorry for yourself? You're thinking you wasn't going to be able to get your mobility back?
Now, it just in that moment, of course, we as humans, we do have that mindset, mentality that, am I going to be like this, like for a very long time? But yes, I did think about that in my mindset. But of course, that voice that I heard when I was on my way to the emergency room, I just kept that in me most of the time. But again, me as a human, I just had that mental mindset saying, yeah, I'm going to be here for a long time. But I feel like life was just testing me in a good way. There was this therapist at rehab. I just didn't like what she said, that it was a specific therapist. She said this to me. I remember I told her too that I wanted to go out of town like next year, which is this year. And she was like, well, just want to let you know it may take like a year or two for recovery. I was like, wow, that makes me feel a lot better. Why would you say that to a patient?
Right.
There's like other ways for you to say that. You could have said, hey,
you work real hard.
Bodies are different.
Yeah, you work really hard. You might can, make that come true or something. Something positive. Yeah.
Like you just have to watch what you say to patients, because imagine if you were in our shoes. You don't want that someone to say that to you like that.
Yeah.
It just causes your mental and physically. And I'll be asking God, like, why me? Why am I going through this? Of course, I sure know my parents, you guys, or them as parents, that they go through so much than the patient, because watching your loved ones like fighting for their life. Even though I was going through it, they were going through it
as well. Exactly. Now let me ask you this. So we know your parents was a good support system for you, and they rushed right over and got you to the hospital. But do you find that you have other people in your life that's a support system to you?
Yeah, absolutely. My partner, of course, Ra-Jon, he's like really amazing, and he's been there for me since day one. And I do have my other friends that help me and support me. Definitely, my parents take care of me financially too, and caring wise. Um, but yeah, it really has been very hard for me and other people, my loved ones. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like just knowing, what little bit of you I know, that you're a good person in heart, and you are doing the right thing by sharing your experience, because people might go through the same thing and don't know what it is. They don't know the signs, they don't know the symptoms, and you're able to share that. So now I know, if I'm feeling some kind of way and my eyes are all red, I know, hey, I need to get myself to a doctor, and then to feel weak and then just kind of lose your whole mobility, that is hard. I mean, I can
it's
only imagine
it,
what you went through.
it's very scary because when I mean that when I'm trying to stand up at the outpatient therapy, even though I'm only 5'3", I'm very short. It just feels like you're 6 feet tall looking at people.
Hmm.
That's what it really feels like, which
Oh,
is
wow.
really scary.
Yeah.
It felt like a roller coaster. You feeling that drop.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I tell you what, I
Yeah.
mean it was really scary. It was a very scary moment. That means that you haven't walked for like months. It actually feels like it was years that you haven't walked.
Wow. I can't even imagine. Okay, so we have a video of one of your therapists. Tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, so her name is Melanie. She was actually the first person that took me to the room saying, "Hey, what is the goal here? What would you like us to help you with?" I
Hmm.
was like, "Well, obviously standing and walking."
Hmm.
Um, I've actually started that outpatient therapy in the middle of October, and she's the one that helped me on those bars, trying to stand up and trying to walk with the cane, walking with the walker,
I love it.
and things like that. And yeah,
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at the video.
One, two, three.
Justin,
You see how you moved it?
just what's going on?
What's going on is we're gonna be late.
I mean, with Keisha.
You got it.
Okay, just know
You got it.
that I am here.
You got it. Don't think twice.
Listen,
Just do it.
relationships at your age.
Don't think twice. Just do it.
Okay, it's just-
Because you can push yourself. See, look. You even straightening up the wheel. See? Mm-hmm. Come on. I know. I know you want to give up. I don't want you crying. Come on. You can do it. Okay? It's hard. It is. It's very hard. But you can do it. Because you're doing it. Okay?
Yep, you're doing it
You
right.
have it in you. You look. Check this out. Look behind you. You did that. I didn't do that. Okay? So you doing it. There you go. 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 See? See? Do you see that? You see that? You see what you did all by yourself? Okay? That's how it's gonna be. Okay? When you see them tears, you push yourself even more, okay? Look at me. Look at me. We got this. Okay? We got it. We got it. Okay? We got it. Okay? We did really good.
Wow. That's
yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. So, I mean, tell us a little bit about her. She seemed like she was just a go-getter, and she was really, really in your corner.
She really was. We actually first met. I actually used to work for the city of Virginia Beach, and when I said hi to her, we actually just clicked and we started being friends.
Hmm.
And she's, like I said, she's been there for me since day one. When I go through something, I call her. When I'm going through a good day, a bad day, I just call her. If I want something to talk about, she's there on the phone.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, I remember too that when that other day when she was there, I was actually on my wheelchair,
Hmm.
um, looking at my car through the window in my apartment, and I said to myself, well, I asked my mom, I was like, can you predict of when am I gonna walk? Because like I said, the mental mindset,
Hmm.
you really want someone to predict it for you.
Hmm. Hmm.
And she said, unfortunately, I can't predict it. I really wish I can. Really wish I could. But yeah, I,
Well,
yeah.
you set your goal.
Mhm.
You set your goal, so that kind of help you push yourself.
The
So
crying actually pushed me through. It really did push me through, really good. And I was praying like to God. I was like, Lord, when am I going to walk? When am I going to walk? And I keep getting dreams about me walking and driving, and I already know that came from Him.
hmm.
He was just letting me know that you are going to walk. But what really taught me in this like that season was for me to be patient with Him.
Hmm.
You cannot lean on your own understanding. You gotta lean
Hmm.
on God's understanding.
So let me ask you this. So at the end of the day, are you advocating for other people who will probably might get in this situation or are already there to motivate them to let them know that there is hope and possibility?
This is like literally. I feel like this is a purpose for me to um, just, of course, just spread the word about this illness, this disease, and spread awareness about the situation. Like if someone comes up to me saying, "Hey, how can I get through this?"
Hmm.
and I would say, "You need to do, of course, just prayer and stay active. Try and go out with your friends or your family. I don't care if you're on a wheelchair. Just ask them to take you outside to get some fresh air
Hmm.
in order for you to be fully recovered. Because
Hmm.
when you do those kind of things, you will be recovered. Just stay positive. Just keep on staying, just staying praying or wherever you have to do. Um, and find peace with yourself, because I understand that you want some answers, but it's all about patience and it's all about like I said, staying positive, and it will be frustrating. That's human nature, of course. um, but just try your best to just keep on going, because if you're not trying, if you're not pushing, then it's not going
Hmm.
to happen. But if you keep on pushing, then it will happen. But again, just don't be listening to a lot of these therapists or doctors, wherever, saying that it may take a long period of time. Remember, everyone's bodies are different,
Yes, yes, absolutely.
and um, yeah, and just listen to your body and listen to your gut and listen to your mindset. And if you really need to go to urgent care or the hospital, you really need to do that.
Hmm.
Don't be just like saying, "Oh, I'll just rest." That's what the doctors and nurses are there for. Is
Right.
for you with
Yeah.
your health.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, with all this being said and done, I mean, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud that you were able to be successful, and here you are today, with a smile, where it probably seemed like it was the end of the world at the beginning. And yeah, I know, I can only imagine, I don't know for sure, but I can only imagine. And so you just think about how good the Lord is,
Yeah,
in answering prayers. You talked to him. You took the
yeah.
time to say, "Hey, when am I going to be able to walk? When am I going to be able to drive my car again?" So you had goals. You had those mini goals.
He doesn't care like the outside of your appearance. He cares about the inside of your heart. Um, like I said, it's like when you talk to God, heaven. It just, I don't know what it is. It just feels like you're away from the world for a
Hmm.
little bit.
Hmm.
It's like it's just between you and him.
Right.
I just can't really explain it
Yeah.
though.
Well, they always
It's
say
like,
build your relationship with the
yeah,
Lord. So you have your own relationship. My
mhm,
relationship with the Lord is totally different
different.
from yours,
Yeah,
And so I feel that and I receive that. And so you just, I'm so proud of you. I really
thank you.
am. And so what are the goals now? Where are you now? What's going on now?
Yes, my goals is, of course, staying active and just keep on spreading the word about this Guillain Barré syndrome, because this stuff is no joke. I'll just, of course, keep on listening to my body if something is wrong, staying close to God, and surrender a lot of different things, and just staying positive and just being there for people that are going through something similar with my illness or a different illness, if they're in the hospital or whatever. So,
Yeah.
because the world will be a better place.
Yeah.
So,
if you are interested in actually talking to Ra-Jon, do you tell people how to get in contact with you, Ra-Jon?
oh yeah, so where the way it spells Ra-Jon, and my last name is James. I will be on, of course, Facebook and Instagram. If you guys just need someone to talk to, then I am here. I'll be just chilling.
I love it. I love it. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap this session up. But until next time, right here, SKST Radio.